Hello there, it's Dingo here, and today we are looking at an alpha release game that only just came out of pre-alpha a few days ago. This is 99 Levels to Hell. Now, straight off the bat, I can tell you that this game here is a 2D shooter dungeon crawler, which I personally think is pretty freaking epic, because I love my dungeon crawlers. I could not stress it enough. Now, this screen that we're looking at right here is actually it's the first entry area. While you're actually in the first 10 levels, there isn't any way to save your progress at the moment, but when you actually first complete the first boss, you can exit the game, come back, and the next door that will lead you to levels 11 to 20 will have been unlocked, which I think is absolutely brilliant, because I don't know, it keeps you staying in the game and holding out until you encounter that boss, so you can unlock the next 10 levels. And then after that, if you've defeated that boss, you can come back and do 11 to 20 whenever you want. I think that's nice. I love that. So it doesn't make me start all the way back at level 1. So I can start back at now. I can start at level 11 and then go after the next boss at level 20. Now, I'm not showing you my whole playthrough, because I played for about 40 minutes and I got to about maybe a level 11 before I got stuck. But, I will show you bits and clips. Like, right up here we can see, this is actually one of the goals of each level that you need to do. Each level there is a key, and you need to obtain that key to unlock the door to the next level. There's also shops here where you can buy items, and looks like there's staffs here, I'm not sure what that is, and a heart, and yeah, I'm always going after the health, because health is very important in this game. You can see it diminish really quickly, because especially with how the game acts, it's a very dark game, so you can't see enemies all too well unless they're directly in front of you, really. Such as the rats down here, you can see that you can't see all too well where the rats are actually coming from. But like your character is lit up and the back wall is lit up. It's all fine, but it's all part of the atmosphere. I do kind of wish I could see things a little bit more, but I can understand, and it really does set a really nice tone to the environment you're in. Plus, without being able to see the enemies that are directly in front of you, it makes you take the game much more slowly. You're much more cautious when you're exploring, and you're constantly firing in front of you to make sure none of the enemies come sneaking up behind you, so they don't just take away most of your health. Well, I guess that's not something that should be taken lightly anyway. I mean, the theme of the game is you're heading to hell to try and escape from where you are, and it's not something you should probably rush into. I know I probably wouldn't be rushing into going to hell anytime soon. Now, another nice thing about this game is that it actually currently has over 50 plus, I believe it's 50 plus, of weapons and items. So this makes for some pretty nice combinations of power-ups and weapons to take on different bosses. And I know this item I just got here, basically whenever an enemy runs into it. So if I'm close to an enemy that's sneaking up into me and it hits that ball, it kills it instantly, I think it does. Or does a lot of damage to it anyway. Now, the main problem I had in the past when it came to dungeon crawls, especially ones that don't have regular checkpoints, is that levels started getting to be more repetitive. While this game does have the checkpoint or save point every 10 levels, it brings more randomness each time you start over too. I've played through this game quite a few times now, and each time I've had a bit of a different level. That's because it randomizes the levels in groups of 10, of what you're going to get, so it's a bit of a different experience each time. I mean, if you play it for long enough, I'm sure you could get each level down and start getting used to it. But at least in the fairly short run, it's going to be a new experience and it won't be too repetitive. So well, with that in mind too, it also goes back on the theme of being more cautious of your surroundings and taking it slowly instead of having to rush into it again, especially when you're going to be constantly put into an unfamiliar environment each time. Now, a bit of a downside when you start up a level again from, say, a level 11 or a level 21 or level 31, is that the items that you got along the way from the previous runs reset. This isn't when you keep on going, when you've played from level 1 to, say, level 39. You've got all the items then. But if you stop playing, exit out, if you've died and exit out, and start playing from level 11, level 21, you start from the basics again, which is kind of a downside, because if you find a shop and you've only got, say, the such amount of gold on you, you're kind of out of luck, because, you won't have the previous gold on you. Of course, if they've done what I think they've done, the amount of gold for everything is pretty on par along the way, so it really doesn't matter where you start. As long as you start at one point or another, then it's still going to be about maybe 150 gold each time, or 250 in some cases when you enter the shop. But really the only thing that's affected is going to be the shops and the power-ups you have, and there's always more chances, and I'm guessing even more and more chances when you get into the higher levels to get those pretty epic power-ups that you've been looking for. So, the game also has about 25 different kinds of monsters that you can be pitted up against, and that you need to fend off during your 99 levels to hell. And also, each 10 levels that you complete, you'll be up against a boss, which is absolutely brilliant. There's over 20 bosses currently in the game, and so each time you get to level 10, 20, 30, so on, etc., you'll be pitted up against a different type of boss, so you don't know what to actually expect. So right here, I am fighting against a knight in a catapult. Looks quite steampunk, if I do say so myself. And I've got these two ladders on each side of the room that I'm currently using to basically not get killed, because I have to fire down. If I go on the floor, there's tons of different monsters, such as the rats and everything, that I'm pretty sure would love to kill me right now. But the boss fights, I'm sure, can only get harder and harder. And see, there we go, we've killed it just now to get the key, and there's still millions and millions of rats everywhere on the floor. But yeah, I'm guessing they'll get harder to go along, and I've only completed to like level 11 so far, but I can only assume that it's going to get harder and harder along the way. Now, just to show you what to expect past level 10, is that I'm guessing for each 10 levels there's going to be a change in atmosphere, really, where you can expect a complete change in what you're used to for the last 10 levels. And there's going to be completely different monsters. Like, I see something in the distance, I have no idea what it was. I don't think I wanted to know what it was. Then when I walked up a little bit further, I saw, like, really creepy things like that there. I was like, oh my golly gosh, it was shooting fireballs at me, and now I was running for my life. So, it does bring more variety as you go along, so that's not something you should be too worried about either. And, I know, I really like that in the game. I really do like that more variety. Now, you must remember that this game still is in alpha, so it's a little bit buggy here and there. But the good thing is that while it's in alpha, it already has so much content that with each patch and update that happens to it, it's only going to be more amazing each time. So if you guys are really interested in buying this game, or at least downloading the demo is available for Mac or PC currently, and you can get it over on DeZero or Indie City. And if you really want to go ahead and buy the full version, which will give you like the full 100 levels, it's definitely worth it, and it'll help support the developer into producing this amazing game. It's currently 50% off. It's 50% off while in alpha, so it's $4.99 US or €3.99, Or if you're in Australia, it's probably $5.02, which I paid for it. Damn the exchange rate. But no, definitely go ahead. There's links in the description to the website where you can download the demo and to it on Desura. So I really suggest you guys go ahead if you're interested in these kind of dungeon crawlers. So guys, thank you for watching this small look at 99 levels to hell. And yeah, expect a lot more small little reviews like this as we go along in the channel. I know the channel's only small right now, but I love looking at games like this and giving my small little opinion, especially if it helps out the other guys too. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. I'm Dingo, and I really do hope you like this game. You know what? This must be Terraria. That makes complete sense. This is Terraria. Oh my god. Holy Asimov! Can slimes be that big? Holy Asimov indeed. Is it Asimov? Asimov.